Day 6 was a super early day because we decided to get a bus to Busan. It was a Premier bus and you can get that from the Seoul bus terminal, and it was 4 hours each way. So yes, 8 hours traveling. This is how much foot space we had. It was very, very luxurious. I would do it again. You just order your tickets online. I believe we got them through Klook. It'll look like this. The barcode can get scanned on the actual bus itself. There was one stop about halfway through as a little break, and then you were in Busan. You arrive about an hour away from Busan, so you can get the train in. Once you're actually in Busan though, you can just taxi around. It's really not that expensive. We did get a bus to the culture village just because it seemed easy, but from there, everything we did was taxis. Busan was genuinely one of my favourite places that I went to in Korea. Warning though, it is the hottest place on earth, I will say, and I will declare it. The reason that my picture quality is so bad when recording is my phone literally had a warning saying you're in a hot area, please take shade. It was like going to burn up. If you can do a day out though when you're at Korea, I would definitely go to Busan. I also met some Scottish people.
Near Glasgow.
Melrose at the moment, via Aberdeen.
There you go.
We are near Loch Lomond.
Are you?
Yeah.
Well, that's on the way to Kintyre.
We accidentally left it running in our pocket and captured that lovely conversation, but yeah, honestly, you find Scottish people everywhere. We unfortunately weren't allowed to spend much time there because we only had a few hours in Busan because we were traveling. And then the BTS murals, gorgeous. Yeah, we taxied everywhere that day because we actually wouldn't have had enough time to train to places. Don't know how like training around and bussing around would have been in Busan, but because we took the taxis, we were able to see sights like this by crossing over the river. It was so gorgeous. Yeah, the Miffy was the next stop. I did not like any of my food choices. I decided to be a bit bold and do the like sweet potato thing and some cheese thing. Did not like, unfortunately. Also, the drink I decided to order was the like summer exclusive, and it had actual corn in it. And I don't know if that's a specialty drink in Korea. I think it is. I did not like it. It was just corn. But when in Rome, or when in Busan, I guess, you try everything. And the sights from the Miffy place were really great. After the food, we went down to this little exhibit area, which is down by the gift shop. Got a few little treats, shall I say? And then we got a little picture with Miffy whilst we waited for the taxi. And the driving in Busan was crazy. Everyone was so confident, but like, look at this thing. A civil and architectural nightmare to plan. I don't know, but this was what all the driving was like. Again, cannot hype up getting a taxi enough. We just Ubered, and within 5 minutes we were getting confirmed, and it was super cheap. Little fit check times as we didn't have time to do it in the morning. Next stop was the sky capsules, and they were, yeah, I think that was my favourite part about that day. I really just enjoyed being in the capsules. It was just nice, like, put your feet up, you know? This took about 30 minutes from one side to the other, so you can definitely try and schedule and work it out and get one on the way back as well, but we just didn't know how timing would work. I mean, you can walk back the entire way, but by the time that we were kind of cutting it, we decided to walk up a hill and then get a train. I wouldn't do that again. It's very hilly. Also, we seen the Hello Kitty tram. It was very sweet. We didn't get to go in it, but... The only bad thing about Busan is I still have a bunch of bug bites. I don't know. I don't know what bug, but I'm covered. I mean, I don't think I got the bug bites now, but there's definitely, like, marks where they were. But I had them, and they stayed there for, like, a month. There's a little gift shop at the end as well, and that's where we bought a little frame of our day there. Also, someone said we looked cute, so thank you, stranger. We went and got food afterwards. I got this delightful kimchi bowl and fried veggies, and then we got the train to then get the bus home again. Very successful day. This was day 7, and we went to the DMZ. It was a bus to the Peace Park first. I didn't take many photos or videos at the actual DMZ. There was a few signs saying don't do it, and then our guide was like, be mindful of where you are taking it. And then also, like, some of the scenes were just sad. I didn't want to take or show many photos of that. But yeah, this was probably one of the most interesting things. It's actually a sound or song from a TV show where they reunited like 10,000 families. I don't know, that was just crazy to me that they were able to do that. I think, did the show run for a year? I couldn't tell you. Anyway, that's what I had for lunch. And then inside there was like this little Lego thing of the Peace Park or the negotiation area, which I thought was very interesting to like have a Lego display of that. And then this train showed how many countries were involved in this war, and it was something like the most amount of countries ever involved in a single war, and I think it was plus 50. I might be wrong. I'm trying to remember. After that, we went to the road that connects North Korea and South Korea. It is in Crash Landing with You, so this was a really fun spot for me to go to. Then we went to the tunnel. So this is called the third tunnel. So I'm guessing there's 3, or maybe more. But it was a descend down, and then you have to walk all the way back up. So only if you're willing to do it. Last stop was the Unification Village, which people still live in, and is between North Korea and South Korea. Crazy. Then we went and got a Shake Shack before visiting the League of Legends park. So I really wanted to go see this just because, you know, we were right beside it anyway. And I wanted to see what they had in the gift shop and stuff because a bunch of my friends really like it as well. I'm more into Valorant, not so much League of Legends, but it's basically the same thing. It's all right at the end of the day. The gift shop was packed of super cute plushies and stuff, and I did send a few pictures in to the group chat in case anyone wanted anything very specific. I ended up getting some of the little plush keychains. I wish I got that top. I really should have. I think about it to this day. I think there was also a PC cafe thing like that you could play on, but I don't know how you would even go about booking that if we wanted to. But we didn't have to. We were busy watching K-dramas the entire time. And then this is my bug bite that developed from Busan. There was no way of me covering it, so you will see them in the next. But this is day 8. We went and got our caricatures done, so I got one of me and Emma, and then I also got one of me and Ross, which the woman was very nice, and they're very sweet, and they're one of my prized possessions. Then we went to Milled Toast, which is quite famous on TikTok and Instagram before we went. It was honestly one of the most delicious things I've had. Wow. I can't actually remember which one was mine and which one was Emma's, but they were both worth it. I think so. Okay. Then I got my little fortune from this little kind of, what do you call it? Spin machine. Pause to read it. Then we took the bus to Myeongdong. I just thought me and this guy looked rather similar. And then there was a blind box shop that had like a bunch of things. I think it was called like custard or something like that. It was a very fun shop. It's basically like as soon as you arrive in Myeongdong, it was there. A lot of good pickings if you like your blind boxes. I'm trying to remember what it was called. I think it was called custard. I'm sticking with that. And then I don't even know how you would go about finding like a public restroom in a different country. So basically I just went into like a sushi built place. I knew that would be relatively easy to just use their toilet, so I just did that. It was across from what we were doing anyway. And I got myself a little treat whilst I was there. And then we went into the Line Friends shop, and it has all the like handprints from the BTS members. I went to the food market outside, and Emma got tung hulu, and I got just a bunch of pomegranate juice. It is exactly what I needed after walking around. And then we shopped here, and I got one of those 2 bags. Then we went back to Jeongjong Screen because they had this playing. I don't know if this played every day whilst we were in September because it was a light festival. And then we seen a crane, but it was so gorgeous just to sit and experience it. Also, you could put your feet in the water, which is nice. And we kind of waited around there a bit too long, so all the places had shut, so we did get a 7-Elevens and a McDonald's on the way home. Day 9. For breakfast / lunch, we decided to go back to the place where Milled Toast was, just to see if there was anything else, because the area was really nice looking. We decided to stop in at this little place. I got essentially like a nacho bowl, but bagel, and it was delightful. And then we decided to stop off on a photo booth, our second photo booth vacation. We really didn't utilize the photo booths enough, but this one was really fun. It's called Don't Look Up, and essentially it's like a 0.5 image from above, and it takes a bunch of them and then you can arrange it. Very nice, very fun. Then we took another bus to go up Namsan Hill. Then we went up the cable car all the way up to where you can get like a sky gondola over, up to the top. Honestly, I wouldn't have minded the walk up nor the walk down, but we were on a time crunch, so we did it up and then walked down. And then this was the traditional like show that they had on that we just happened to make in time. So there's this guy with swords, and then following is some ladies with some drums. Also, we did it on the perfect day. Like, it happened to be the best weather possible. We were so lucky with the weather that we got on our holiday. Then we decided to do a massage chair, and it hurt my calves for days. Emma loved it though. We took some pictures for some people, and then they did it back for us, which was very sweet. And then we had to get another bus to the baseball game, which is honestly, I think, one of the highlights of my holiday. I loved the baseball. They were all so into it, and it was such a fun like atmosphere. We were cheering for the wrong team in the first part. And then that finished so late that we had this for dinner, which honestly was banging. I'm not even complaining. Day 10 was our day going home, and we decided to go to the aquarium because we had some time to kill before our later flight, and there is storage lockers there. Egg drop was one of the best foods that we had there, so highly recommend. I put my favourite videos in the middle so that it's easier to watch. Get up.
That's sick. We are the aliens on top of
Mental. I thought that
Your
one's a jump.
Sims.
Look at he's thinking about it. Oh, there we are. Yeah, it's fine. Vice versa.
just like
I love the. My bag just made it on the way home because the limit was 23. Our last meal in Korea. It was absolutely delicious, however, it was messy. And then this is the Jello Monster stall in the airport. It was crazy. And then I found the viral banana drink that people add to coffees, and I thought I'd just try it since my mouth was burning. It was okay. Nothing crazy. It's just banana. Hello, old friend. I wish everywhere had them. I missed them from Japan. But then we went home. That was it. It was honestly one of the best holidays I've had. I don't know if it tops Japan, Tokyo specifically, but they're pretty up there. It's something about like Korea, Japan, where just the cities are alive 24/7. It doesn't seem like anything ever stops. And I do think I have a personal tendency to like more Japanese food than Korean food, but my favorite foods are Korean food, so it's just hard. I don't know, but either way, I want to go back. We constantly talk about it as if we're coming back, so fingers crossed. But yeah, I hope you've enjoyed it. This is the end of the 10 days, technically 11 days by the time we get home vlogs. Yeah, thank you for sticking around.